We're honored and grateful to have everyone in attendance today. I would like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 4 land, the original lands of the Cree, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota, and the homeland of the Métis. I would also like to acknowledge and give thanks to elders, both past and present, who have stewarded this land throughout generations. So we are going to begin with the pipe ceremony, and then we will have our speakers come after they have acknowledged that the pipe ceremony is completed. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the ceremonial protocols this morning. I want to acknowledge all the staff here this morning, the leadership, the pipe carriers, the elders, of course our friends from Horizon School Division as well. I am very, very honored to be here this morning to take part in this grand opening of the gymnasium. It's very important to myself and my council, as I feel that we played a very important part in this addition of this space here for all the students that attend Punnichy Elementary School. A bit of history, I guess, on how this became in our discussions with the Horizon School Division. And Daystar, we don't have a school of our own. Our children are bused to Punnichy, Raymore, and Wynyard schools. So, in attending some of the events that happened over the years here, we've noticed that there's space, much needed space that was required here. So, in our talks with our friend Kevin and the trustees and their board members, myself and council, we asked that if the division could consider expanding the gymnasium here. So today we see that dream and that ask become a reality for the students, for your parents, grandparents, leadership, because in the past I've attended Christmas concerts, cultural events, where it was pretty crowded. So we've seen that, there's some much needed space here. And not only that, but our children deserve to be participating in training and playing sporting activities in a regular size gymnasium, just like other schools, just like other students. So very, very honored and proud today to see this become a reality. My first time in here since it's been added. So very pleased with the construction of it. So I want to say thank you to Kevin and the Horizon School Division team and the trustees and everyone here for supporting this and supporting our children today and well into the future. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chief Buffalo, for your time and your knowledge. We greatly appreciate it. Next, I'd like to introduce our trustee, Ed Bitternose.
Well, thank you, everyone. First, I'd like to thank the pipe carriers for the prayers and the offerings they did for us, and the respect that these young people showed in terms of the pipes. It's a learning experience for all of us. And with the feast, the patience that you guys shown in waiting to eat, it's sometimes quite hard to sit there and wait for the sign from the pipe guys to say, go ahead and eat. Some of us start eating anyway, and then we stop. And, oh, geez. But patience. Thank you, students, for that. On the pipes, watching the students respect the pipes that it went past you. And with the smudging, it's so awesome to see that. When I was your age, we didn't do that. We didn't have the opportunity to do that. So thank you for knowing who you are as a First Nations person. This will help you as you go older in understanding this is who I am as a First Nations person. When the smoke comes, we ask the Creator to bless what we think. When the smoke comes, we ask the Creator to help us see good things in each other. When the smoke comes, we ask the Creator to listen to in a good way. When the smoke comes, we ask the Creator to help us say good things, to speak in a good way. And then when the smoke comes, we take it and we bless all our whole body so that the Creator will make us strong. And keep us strong so that we can do these things that we do. So I thank you for celebrating that with us as a whole group. I am honored here to be representing the school division. I have a difficult time as a person, as a First Nations person, sitting on the school division board. And I've been involved with this school since my first daughter came to school here in 1976. And I've always been involved because I didn't want you guys and First Nations kids and students to go up in the same kind of schooling that I went to, where what we did was wrong. And it's not wrong because of who we are. But as a people, we also invite the non-native people to take part with this feast. I was telling my friend over there, I went to a feast one time and I always wear my hat, and I put my hat on the ground like this. And this was in Muscowin. And the guy came around with soup and he poured it in my hat. And the next guy came with soup and he poured it in my hat. And then they come with bannock and they put it in my hat. And then I had some relatives sitting across over there and they had a bunch of bowls and they're looking at me and they're laughing. And the ladies, they said, geez, Eddie, you should know better than not to come to a feast with no bowls, to put your hat upwards on the ground. So when you go to a feast, I thank the lady that gave us the bowls and the utensils in that plastic bag. I learned today that next time I go to a feast, I'm taking a plastic bag with me because then I can put everything in it and I don't have to wait for a box at the end of the serving. However, I'd also like to recognize our board members that are also here from Horizon. Linda Maddock, Doug Armbruster, Paul Crow-Buffalo, Albert Punnichy, Jennifer Lemke, and of course myself. Thank you very much. And thank the school for putting this on today. As I said, I didn't have the opportunity to take part in this kind of ceremony as a young First Nations person. And I feel it's an honor for us as adults, and it's a learning experience for the young folks in grades 8 to kindergarten. And I am so pleased that you guys are so respectful of what's going on. I had expected more chaos when the last group came in. However, again, it makes my heart glad that we can sit and for the most part
Go to class. Come, let's go to class.
honor each other by
Let's
listening
go to class. Bring your candy.
to what's
Opie,
going on.
Bring your candy though.
And I have to give all my kudos to the teachers. I come and I speak with some of the classes once in a while, and I don't know how the teachers do it. But thank you, teachers, for what you've done today and what you do for our kids every day. Again, thank everyone that's here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Trustee Bitternose. All right, next on our agenda, we have our Director of Education, Kevin Geringer, to say remarks from Horizon School Division.
All right. Well, I think it's still morning, so good morning. It's just barely morning right now. How was that feast? Good? Yeah. Now, one other question I have for all of you, our children. What do you think of your gym? Do you like it? Yeah, that's good. It was too small before, wasn't it? So it's quite a bit bigger now. That's good. Well, that's what we're here to do today is to celebrate this gymnasium, and it's a grand reopening. And one of the staff members mentioned to me, they said, well, why are we doing it? We've been in the gym for so long already. Why are we doing it now? But that's just the nature of the ceremonies that happen. We sometimes do them after we've been in the facility for quite a while. So that's what happens. So we don't do it just to be able to open the gym. It's really a ceremonial thing. And to be able to have the opportunity to join you today in this feast and to be part of this celebration and to honor our Indigenous ways of knowing and to be together in relationship is really, really important. So we're really, really honored to be here. And so I am really pleased to be able to join you in this new, beautiful gym that you have. I want to thank Crystal Schindel, our principal, and the staff of Punnichy Elementary Community School for putting on this day. And of course, as well, to Jessie Green over here. Jessie's been our communications officer, and she just does an amazing job of helping organize and make sure all the sound and everything else is accurate and making sure speeches are written where necessary and that sort of thing. So thank you, Jessie, as well. So thank you to all of you. I want to acknowledge that something for all of you. And I know we had earlier an opportunity to talk about our. We had the opportunity to have a land acknowledgement, and there's always an important time to acknowledge the land that we are on, as we are all treaty people. And I just want to share with you that we are on Treaty 4 territory, but I am proud that I was born on Treaty 5 territory, and it's the homeland of the Woodland Cree. And I was raised in Creighton, Saskatchewan. Do you know where Creighton, Saskatchewan is? No? It's way up north, and up by Flin Flon. If you know where Flin Flon is, probably not. That's okay. You can look it up on a map. And I was raised there, but I acknowledge, like I said, that we are on Treaty 4 territory, but our whole school division is so big that it's also on Treaty 6 territory as well. So that's pretty amazing. And so again, like I said, we're just honored to be part of this, the homeland of the Cree, the Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. I wanted to also say that I am dedicated, and I want all of you to know this, as we all are in the same place. We're dedicated to the spirit of reconciliation as we work to help heal the damaged relationships that resulted from our truths. So with this acknowledgement, I want to just give thanks today to the elders who have stewarded this land in the past and provided this opportunity to learn on this land today. One of the things about this gymnasium that I wanted to just talk about, and Chief Buffalo was actually referencing this. We are very, very fortunate in Horizon School Division. We're very, very unique. We have 4 Indigenous trustees who sit on our Board of Education. That doesn't exist everywhere, and it doesn't make sense that it doesn't. But in Horizon, we have 4 Indigenous trustees. And all other 10 trustees that we have, they sit around the table, and their job is to talk about the great things that they can do for children. And they sat around that table and they were thinking, what can we do? And they started talking about some funding that we had that might be able to look at doing some improvements. And we actually, in Wadena, where we have a big school there, we actually added on a section of their school too. And then we have children from Fishing Lake First Nation who attend there. And then we were able to come here and be part of looking at how we could expand this gymnasium and make it into the space that it is today. And so we heard from Chief Buffalo and his council, and we're honored to have Chief Buffalo here today with us, as well as Elder Brian McNabb Sr. and Elder Austin Kay, to be part of this ceremony with us. And their words and their thoughts and their prayers have been important in being able to bring this gymnasium to you. But as well, I want to thank the board, because it's their vision that really has allowed this opportunity for our children. And so with that, what happens is we have to have people to do that work. And we have with us Justin Arendt, our Superintendent of Operations Services. You guys, I want you to give Justin and Cameron Keeland on the side over here. He's our Manager of Facilities. I want you to give them a hand, because they were really instrumental in making sure this happened. And so we thank our board, we thank our chiefs and councils, we thank our elders for the opportunity to have a vision and help support our board's vision around doing something great for our children. Because as our trustee indicated, Ed Bitter knows, it's important for you. We need to give you everything we possibly can. So this is a wonderful opportunity, and so I'm really happy that we've been able to bring this to you. There's one other thing I wanted to say, and that is this. Ken Robinson, and this is probably more for the adults, not you guys. I know you're done listening to me about 10 minutes ago, so that's okay. But author Ken Robinson said, "The gardener does not make a plant grow. The job of a gardener is to create optimal conditions for growth." And that's what today is about. It's opportunity for growth. We work together in partnership, and this is what we have. The opportunity for you guys to really do some amazing things in this gymnasium and to learn and play here for years to come. So with that, I just want to thank again our Principal Crystal Shingle and the staff for putting this on, and have a wonderful time continuing to enjoy this wonderful facility. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Geringer. And I know that our kids are just about ready to see the entertainment. We have one more person we're going to listen to, and then we're going to be able to experience the blessing of our drums and our amazing dancers that we have for demonstrations today. So I would like to call upon Superintendent Brian McNabb to say a few words.
There's coffee.
And remember, listening ears.
Good morning once again. I'd like to just thank our pipe carriers, Elder Austin Kay and Elder Brian McNabb Sr. for coming and blessing and starting us off in a good way in our new gym. I'd also like to acknowledge leadership, Chief Buffalo, Councillor Max. I see Councillor Alice from Gordon's here, and Councillor Delbert from Daystar, and any other councillors here. I'd also like to acknowledge our board for coming and taking part and helping us celebrate the opening of the gym. The last thing I want to say, I won't keep us here too long, is that I have a special connection to this school as well, because some years ago I also came to school here in grades 2, 3, 4, and 5, so it was a little time ago, but so this building also is special to me as well. So with that, once again, thank you to Crystal and your staff, and all of you for coming and doing this and participating in our traditional ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McNabb. So I would like to personally thank all of my staff, especially Laverne Buggins. Becoming a Following Their Voices school was extremely important, and we have learned so much as a staff this year about traditions and culture, and the knowledge we've gained has been amazing. I would also like to thank members of the RCMP detachment for coming and celebrating with us today. We greatly appreciate your interactions with our school, and thank you very much for those members coming out, taking time out of their day to do so. It's a little bit of a sad day for me. Next year I won't be principal at Punnichy. So this has been a very special day for me. And I greatly appreciate how well behaved my young ladies and gentlemen have been today. Austin K will do the blessing of the drum. We'll have our honor song and some dance demonstrations.
Show and demonstrate our culture and share our knowledge with you. We had this group together for 18 years. We were also connected with the missing and murdered women. We are also involved in all ceremonies within the surrounding areas. We traveled all over to perform and share our knowledge and our culture with everyone. Usually, I'm going to ask our traditional dancer to dance first, Just to demonstrate this dance is the traditional dances.
Nations country, we have a story about everything we have. And we have a story on this drum. This drum has been sitting in storage for quite a long time. And some of the folks that are from the school wanted it blessed so that we can teach our young students about drumming and about singing. And as you'll notice, sometimes there's a beat between the beat, and that's what we're teaching our kids, is how to work together as a team in terms of the drumming. So we took us a long time to get, in this school, to get to the place where First Nations drumming is going to be part of our teaching in the school here. And as I said before, as young people, we were never allowed to do that. So I'm really thankful that this school decided that, yes, we will recognize the drum and bless it for the spirit it's giving us in this school. Thank you very much for attending this blessing of the drum, and thank you very much to dancers for honoring your school and our school with the spirit of the drum. Thank you very much.
encouraged to the next song. It's a round dance. Please join hands in a circle.